Jesus is the answer for the world today.
Kreste I Nhlamulo ya hinkwaswo, Corner of Wisdom with Minister Dr Elijah Maswanganyi. I now present to you the renowned Minister Dr Elijah Maswanganyi.
Difficult times of testing is the title to our message for the week, taken from Revelation chapter 3 verse 10 and also the Gospel of Matthew chapter 4 verses 1 to 11. Turning back the pages of time at 5:30 a.m. on July 16, 1945, I was 1 year old. A light brighter than 1,000 suns illuminated the desert sands of New Mexico. One scientist who was watching wept. "My God," he exclaimed, "we have created hell." From that day on, our world has never been the same again. We entered a new era of end times. It is amazing how, as you read newspapers, magazines, listen to the news, everything that is happening today tells us that we are approaching the end of human histories. Spiritually, mentally, physically, socially, economically, politically, and environmentally, we are experiencing shaking globally. Everything that can shake is shaking. All these things, they tell us that Jesus is about to come. All these things, they tell us that we are approaching the end of human history on earth. Prophecies from the Old Testament to the New Testament tells us about end times, signs, difficulties, complications, new viruses like COVID-19, Ebola, HIV/AIDS, cancers, and other fatal diseases will be experienced by humanity. Rumors of wars. Right now, Russia and the Ukraine, we are experiencing that. Global warming, tsunamis, earthquakes, all these things have been prophesied in advance that on the last days, we will experience things we have never experienced before. We live in end times. If ever there is time when every one of us should examine ourselves, purify ourselves, find answers and solutions, look to Jesus, the author and the finisher of our faith, I believe it is now. Our message for today attempts to address our today's world situation. My text, Revelation chapter 3 verse 10, talks about an hour of trial, an hour of temptation, which shall come upon the whole world. What are some of these challenges which you and I will experience in 2022 and beyond? In every level of human existence, we will be reminded from time to time about end times. Our world is sick. Jeremiah 8:22 makes it very clear. Is there no balm in Gilead? Is there no physician there to heal the sons and the daughters of men? It is true, the whole world is sick in every level of human existence. Immorality. These are end times experiences. Not only immoralities, but sex, pornography, perversion, dishonesty, dying culture. Today, we no longer have disciplined cultures of respect, of elderly people. We no longer have that culture of hospitality and generosity. Everyone is for himself. These are end-time symptoms, end-time experiences. There are also psychological ills like stress, anxiety, worry, depression. We live in a worrying world. We worry about just about anything. May the Lord have mercy on the human race. Also, we are sick of group thinking, mass thinking. There are very few individuals who are prepared to differ with public opinions. We are driven to think as a mass, and in that way, we psych ourselves, and that's how we get lost, because the majority does not necessarily mean the majority is right. Sometimes we need to take the narrow path instead of the broad road which is traveled by the many. On the last days, there will also be a national idolatry. People will worship anything that is material: silver and gold, platinum, money, clothes, houses, cars. We should come to the knowledge of Jesus Christ in order to think right about these things. Now, what will be the solution to all these symptoms, to all these signs of end times, to all these manifestations that spells out that the end of the world is at hand? No one can deny. Many people have lost hope. Many people even commit suicide because they don't want to see what they think, because the Bible says what you think, whether negative or positive, it will come to pass. Now that you know that we are facing difficult times, we are facing testing times, we are facing end times manifestations, what are you gonna do about it? What is the solution? What is the answer? I believe Christ is the answer to all human ills. I love Matthew chapter 11, verses 29 to 31. I call it a royal invitation. Jesus says, "Come unto me, ye all. Come unto me, ye all." God, through Jesus Christ, is inviting all of us who have been beaten by sin, who are soaked in witchcraft, who are deep in sin, who are taking drugs, cocaine, mandrax, glues, and nyaupe, who are even frightened to death by end time manifestations. If we run to Jesus, He is the truth, He is the door, He is the way, and He is the light of the world. When we come to Him, He will give us all the blessings He died for us to have. I know there are many people who go to church, who attend church. Some have been baptized in water. Some practice some form of religion of some kind. But I would like you to know, my friend, that Christianity is not churchianity. Salvation is not civilization. Spirituality is not materialism. And genuine relationship with God is not denominationalism. Whenever you have a genuine thirst, hunger, passion for the truth, for God, then you must be open to hear the gospel. The gospel is the power of God unto salvation. The gospel is mysterious. There are hidden mysteries in the gospel. If you hear the gospel and you open your heart for Jesus to come in, you must get saved. And when you are saved, you will be ready for the end of human history. May the Lord help you as you think on these things. God bless.
Jesus is the answer.
For more information about Dr. Elijah Maswanganyi's bestseller books, events, and other resources, please visit www.elijahmaswanganyi.org or follow Dr. Elijah Maswanganyi on Facebook and Instagram.